Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. If you are new here, if not, then it's so nice to have you back here again. I'm so sorry, first of all, about the delay of posting this video. I try to post my videos every single Wednesday. You might still hear on my voice that I've been a little bit sick the past week, so I took a little bit of time off, and yeah, I needed a little bit of rest. So in spirit of that, I was teaching a little bit of slower flows this week, so I want to bring that to the practice today. I really enjoyed doing it for myself. If you've practiced with me this week, you've probably done this flow or very similar to what we're going to do today. So I hope that you enjoyed doing it again. Yeah, we're going to be stretching and we're going to be moving slowly, just really paying attention to the breath. Since when I'm sick, I get out of breath very, very easily. So yeah, it's going to be just a little slower pace. So I hope you enjoy. And as you can see, the Christmas tree is up. So I hope that you are having a wonderful start to this festive season. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. We're going to get started in child's pose. All right. I'm always so awkward when I start these videos, but anyway, let's get started. So we're just going to come on the mat, knees apart, and then the big toes together in child's pose. So you can bring your forehead down to the mat and then just close your eyes. And we're just going to start here by arriving into the present moment. So consciously making an effort of letting go anything that happened during the day or during the week. And with each breath in, just breathing in the present, noticing how you're feeling, noticing if you can hear sounds around you. Maybe there's some music playing or sounds from inside or outside your house or wherever you're practicing from. And just becoming more and more aware of your surroundings. And then you can slowly start to draw your attention onto your mat and into your body. And so just noticing how the body's feeling today. Noticing if your breath feels deep or shallow. And you can start to lengthen your inhales, lengthen your exhales, finding equal length breath. And if it's in your practice, maybe start to engage ujjayi breath, so restricting the back of your throat, creating kind of an ah sound, but with the mouth closed. So just imagining you're fogging up a mirror, but with your mouth closed. And ujjayi breath is going to help create and maintain internal heat in the body. And I just love the fact that it's an audible breath, so it helps you to stay a little more focused on the breath as well. All right, let's take 3 more breaths here. You can really start to reach through your fingertips, stretching out the spine, pulling the hips back. And on your exhale, we're going to slide the right arm underneath the left shoulder, come onto your right side of the head, right shoulder, and breathe here, imagining you're sending the breath into the right lung. On your next inhale, let's come back to child's pose. And then let's slide the left arm under the right shoulder and breathe. And on your next inhale, let's come back to child's pose. And then you can slowly make your way up to tabletop. All right. And just take a moment to move in any way that feels good. So maybe some barrel rolls or cat and cow. Maybe you want to move the neck, whatever feels good. Just try not to think about it too much. Kind of let your body take over, moving intuitively. I really like to keep the eyes closed here, just so we eliminate as many external distractions as possible and really get into the body. All right, let's take 2 more breaths here. And slowly coming back to a neutral spine. Let's tuck the toes, sit back on the heels. On an inhale, let's reach the arms above the head. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up the heart. Breathe in, lift your chest. And then let's bring the hands together, interlace all 10 fingers, press the palms of the hands away, hollow the lower belly. And on your inhale, lift your arms up, squeeze the ribs in, press the palms up towards the ceiling, and then we're just going to take a little side bend to the right. And on your inhale, come back through center, and side bend to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your hands. Let's bring the hands to the heart space and then lift the hips off the heels. Now this next part, you can do it with your toes tucked or untucked. Untucked is a little harder. We're going to lean back, engage the core, and bring the hips all the way down to the heels. So slowly squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, and then on an inhale, slowly lift. Keep leaning back. All right, let's go. For 4, 3, 2. Okay, just make sure you're not leaning forward when you come up. Although if it's too hard, you can to help you. 2. And 1. Good. Inhale, come back up. Now let's reach the arms above the head. And we're going to side bend to the right. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see better, but you stay as you are, so you're still facing the top of your mat. So we're going to side bend to the right. The right hand comes down on the floor, and your left knee will naturally lift, and just kick that left leg out. So we're in a modified side plank. And hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Release your left foot, so the left foot is flat on the mat, and then your left arm can reach over your left ear. Big side stretch here. And you can either stay here. I'm going to bend my left elbow and bring the back of my left hand, or my left hand to the back of my head. And then either stay here or press into your right hand and lift your right knee into the chest and hold. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Both hands will now swing out in front of you. So again, this is your mat. Your mat is in front of you. I'm just the other way around so you can see. Your right hand is in front of your right knee. Left hand is underneath your left shoulder. Tuck your toes, and then we're going to send the hips back towards the right heel. Arms forward, and forehead comes down to the mat. And hold there. For 4 more deep breaths. So it's an inner thigh stretch for the left leg. And at the same time, we're reaching through the fingertips, pulling the hips back, so we're also stretching the spine. And on your next inhale, let's lift the chest. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. And we're going to swing that left leg all the way to the back of the mat and then over to the right. Okay, and then let's press into the left hand, look over the right shoulder, and hold. And here you want to send the breath into your left side body, just stretching out the left side, left lung, left hip. And on your inhale, let's look forward. Bend your left knee, so the left knee is now crossed behind the right. Separate your feet as wide as possible. Maybe you have a block or a pillow that you can use to sit on. We're going to walk the hands all the way back to the knees and sit between the heels. Now, if this is not accessible at all, you can sit on a block or even two. Make sure you're on the outer blades of the feet. If you need to readjust, you can always lift the hips, slide the right knee over the right again, over the left, and then sit down. Let's reach the arms. Let's reach the arms above the head. And then here we're taking eagle arms. The left elbow crosses over the right. Bend the elbows, clap the hands. Let's lift the elbows away from the chest and up. And hold, breathing into the upper back, lengthening the spine, trying to relax the hips. And on your next exhale, we're folding forward. Maybe you bring your elbows to your knees, maybe all the way down to the mat, and then you can relax your forehead down in your elbow creases. And hold. Hollow the lower belly, keep grounding your sit bones. We don't want the sit bones to lift. And on your next inhale, rise up. Release the bind of the arms, reach the arms above the head. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Now, I hope I don't lose you here. Right hand is on the mat, kind of diagonally in front of you. Left hand is a little bit diagonally behind the legs. We're going to push into the fingertips. Lift the hips so you're standing on your feet, but the legs are crossed. There's only one possible direction to turn. Let's turn 180 degrees, so we're facing the back of the mat. And your feet are mat distance apart, so like a mini prazarita. And then here, just grab opposite hand to opposite elbow, and you can swing side to side, just loosening up the whole body a little bit. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then let's release the hands down on the mat. Heel toe your feet together. We're going to hook the thumbs. So the thumbs are interlaced or hooked, and the rest of the fingers flare out. Bend your knees, inhale, stand up tall, reach the arms above your head and maybe even behind your ears as you open up the chest. And then on your exhale, fold forward, release the bind of the hands, and then interlace your hands behind your lower back. Maybe the palms touch, maybe not if that's not accessible. Start to straighten your legs and the arms can reach over your head. So we're in a forward fold, the hands are interlaced behind the back. And then we're going to move between those two. So release the bind of the arms, hook the thumbs in front of you, flare out the fingers. Inhale, stand up tall, reach the arms above your head. Exhale, fold forward, interlace the hands behind your lower back. Inhale, stand up tall, maybe swing the arms. Exhale, fold forward, interlace the hands behind your back. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale. And exhale to fold. Let's release the hands down on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Holding 2 breaths. Good. Inhale, side plank on the right arm. Reach your left arm up, holding 2 breaths. On your inhale, left leg lifts, hold. And then maybe bend your left knee, step your left foot behind the right leg. Wild thing, open up the chest for 2 breaths. On your exhale, come back to high plank. Side plank on the left hand, 2 breaths. On your inhale, lift your right leg, 2 breaths. And then bend your right knee, wild thing, step your right foot behind the left leg. Good. Exhale, come back to high plank. And let's drop the knees tabletop. So just remembering we're facing the back of the mat. On your inhale, drop the belly, open up the heart. Exhale to round your spine. Inhale to open cat and cow. Exhale to round. Good. 3 more. Inhale. Last one. And on your inhale, come back to a neutral spine. We're going to stand up on the knees, so lift your hands off the mat, stand up on your knees, reach the arms above your head. On your exhale, we're side bending to the left, so the left hand comes down on the floor, kick your right leg out to the right so it's in the air, and right arm reaches up to the sky. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your right foot down. Right arm reaches over your right ear and hold. Side stretch. And now maybe bend your right elbow. Right hand can hold the back of the head. Let's push into the left hand. Maybe bring the left knee into the chest and hold. For 3, 2, keep lifting your left knee up higher. And 1, release. Both arms swing out in front of you. So they're back on the mat. The left hand is in front of the left knee. Tuck your left toes, send your hips back. Walk your hands forward. Relax your forehead down on the mat. And breathe. So we're in Gait Pose. The right leg is extended out to the right. The left knee is bent underneath the left hip. And we can slowly come back onto the hands, lift the chest. And then from here, we're swinging that right leg all the way around. So it's on the left. Press into your right hand, look over your left shoulder. And hold. And so just imagining you're sending that breath into the right side of the body. Stretching it out. On your exhale, look forward, bend your right knee, cross the right knee behind the left. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the knees, sit between your feet. You can always readjust. Inhale, let's reach the arms above the head. For eagle arms, right elbow crosses over the left, and clap the hands. And let's reach the arms up, and hold. And on your exhale, you can fold forward. Maybe the elbows connect to the knees. Alternatively, you can release the bind and just fold without the bind. It's very intense as well, so whatever you want. And on your next inhale, let's rise up, release the bind of the arms, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, bring your hands down on the mat. Now the left hand is a little bit in front of you diagonally, right hand a little bit behind. Press into your hands and feet, lift the knees off the mat, twist or rotate in the only possible direction until you're facing the front of your mat again. The feet are mat distance apart, so a little wider. And then again, you can just take a deep breath in, exhale, fold forward, maybe holding on to your ankles. And just going a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Let's heel toe the feet together. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. High mountain, reach the arms above your head. Let's interlace the hands and place the hands at the back of the head. So here it's super important that your legs are very engaged and the core is engaged. We're going to roll the body from the top of the spine down. So in the end, the forehead will be close to the knees. So you really need to keep the bottom of the body engaged. All right, let's take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bring your chin into your chest. Inhale here. Exhale, forehead to rib cage. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to hips. Squeeze the navel in. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to thighs. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees as much as you have to so the forehead touches the knees. And then from there, you can work on straightening your legs. And hold for 5. Super active. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the arms as they are. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, release the hands down on the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. And here I invite you to take whatever variation of vinyasa you want. I'm going to drop the knees today, feeling a little out of breath. We're going to bring the elbows down, or you can take a normal chaturanga, whatever you prefer. We just meet in downward facing dog. We're going to separate the feet, hip width distance apart, maybe a little wider, and then walk your hands all the way back to your feet. So yeah, feet are pretty much mat distance apart. Here, let's cross the right elbow over the left and grab onto your ankles, so the tops of your ankles. Inhale here with straight arms. Exhale, see if you can bend your elbows and bring your left shoulder towards your left knee. And maybe look underneath the right shoulder. And hold. You don't have to go this deep, just whatever feels good for your body. One more breath. On your next inhale, unwind. Cross your left elbow over the right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right shoulder towards the right knee. Bend the elbows. Maybe look underneath the left shoulder. And on your next inhale, come back through center. Hands come down on the mat. Look forward. Let's walk the hands all the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold.
Bend your knees. Inhale, let's roll up high mountain. Take another deep breath in, reach your arms up higher. Exhale to fold forward. On your inhale, let's take a halfway lift and just bring your feet hip-width distance apart. And let's bend the knees and keep your hands at the heart space. So the stomach is connected to the thighs, the knees are pretty much bent 90 degrees, and make sure you're engaging your glutes, sending the hips back, chest forward. Let's lean the weight into the left foot and see if you can lift your right foot off the mat and hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly kick your right leg back and hold for 3. The left thigh is still connected to the stomach. 2 and 1. Slow motion, step your right foot back. Keep the left knee bent. Let's rise up, warrior 1. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. On your exhale, the left hand comes on the left hip. Let's straighten the left leg. Reach your right fingertips up, and then slowly hinge forward. Reach the fingertips as far as you can, and then let's bring the right fingertips down to the mat. On your inhale, the left arm reaches up to the sky. So we're in revolved triangle pose. And here it's really important to keep pulling that left hip back and squeeze the muscles in your left thigh so you're protecting the back of your left knee. And from here, big transition into warrior 2. Bend your left knee and circle your left arm down. When the left arm reaches the level of the left knee, start to circle your right arm up and over and come into warrior 2. You might have to readjust, maybe separating the feet a little bit more, and hold. So the sequence we're doing now, we're going to repeat it 1 time, 1 breath to movement, but just very slow, very focused on the breath. And on your inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, bend your right knee, Skandasana. The heel can be on the mat or lifted, whatever is accessible to you. If you can reach the heel on the mat, but you feel like you're here, really rounding your spine, then it's better that you lift your heel just to keep the spine nice and straight. And we're not going to stay here. We're going to reach the right arm underneath the right knee. So the elbow is connected to the inner part of the right knee. Left arm reaches up and hold. On your exhale, we're sitting down. Keep the arms as they are. Bring your left arm behind your left leg. And then let's press into the right foot. Lift the hips. Hopefully I won't knock down the Christmas tree. And so we're in a very wide-legged wild thing. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back down. Bend the right knee. Bring your hands to the heart space. Big push in the right leg. Star pose, inhale. Let's turn the toes in. Exhale, fold forward, Prasarita. And hold here, 3 breaths. Legs are active. Kneecaps lifting, glutes engaged. On your inhale, take a halfway lift. Turn towards the top of your mat into a lunge. The right hand stays down on the mat. Drop your right knee, circle your left arm up and back, and at the same time, bend your right knee so you can maybe catch the right foot with your left hand. And hold. Keep it active, so if you let go, the right foot doesn't really go anywhere. And keep opening your chest. On your next exhale, flex the right toes, release your right foot, circle the left arm up, and then down to the mat, and at the same time, you're straightening your left leg. So it's just a lot of movement at once, but it's just to make it nice and flowy. So yeah, I hope that you could follow along. If not, don't worry, we're doing that again. On your next inhale, let's bend the left knee, plant the hand, three-legged dog, send your left leg back and up. And exhale, downward facing dog. One more breath here. And then you can come high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going on the other side. Exhale, bend your knees 90 degrees, hands at the heart space. All the weight on the right foot. Let's lift the left foot off the mat. And then slowly kick it back. Keep one point of focus somewhere on the floor for 3. Kick through your left heel, 2. 1, slow motion, step it back, keep the right knee bent, reach the arms up, warrior 1. And here, keep pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Exhale, the right hand comes on the right hip, straighten your right leg, and then hinge at the hips, left fingertips find the floor. Right arm reaches up, peel the chest open. Keep pulling your right hip back. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. One more breath. Let's start to bend the right knee, circle the right arm down, circle the left arm up and over. Warrior 2. On your next inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend your left knee. Left heel can stay lifted. And then we're reaching that left arm underneath the left knee. Right arm up and hold. Keeping the arms as they are. Sit down. Bring your right hand behind you. Push into your left foot. Reach your left arm over your head. And hold. Out on your next exhale, slowly come back down. Bring your hands to the heart space. Maybe use your hands to lift your hips off the floor. Star pose, inhale. Not holding it. Let's turn the toes in. Exhale, Prasarita. On your next inhale, take a halfway lift. Turn towards the top of your mat. The left hand stays on the ground. The left knee comes down. Right arm circles up. Bend your left knee even more. Maybe catch your left foot. On your exhale, we're tucking the left toes, coming into half split, circling that right arm down, straightening the right leg. All right, hopefully that felt a little more familiar on the second side. We're going to repeat it one time on each side, one breath, one movement, but really trying to move slowly with the breath. On your inhale, bend the right knee, plant the hands, three-legged dog, right leg reaches up high. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. And on your next inhale, let's come high up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float, top of the mat. Halfway lift, feet are hip-width distance apart. Exhale, bend the knees 90 degrees, bring the hands to the heart space. Now, if you want to change something here, you can maybe reach your arms alongside your ears, all the weight in the left foot. Inhale, reach the arms, extend the right leg back. Exhale, step your right foot back. Warrior 1, rise up. Left hand comes on the left hip. Inhale, straighten the left leg, reach the right arm up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, right hand finds the floor. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale here. Inhale and exhale your transition into warrior two. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, turn the right toes out, bend the right knee. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, sit down. Left hand comes behind you. Push into your right foot. Right arm reaches over your right ear. Exhale, slowly sit back down. Bend your right knee. Skandasana, lift the hips off the floor. Inhale, star pose. Turn your toes in. Exhale, prasarita. Fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, turn towards the top of the mat. Right hand stays on the floor. Drop the right knee. Inhale, left arm circles up. Exhale, catch your right foot. One breath here. And then on your exhale, release the right foot. Half split, straighten your left leg. Left hand comes all the way down to the mat. Inhale, move forward, bend the left knee. Come into three-legged dog. Left leg reaches up high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees 90 degrees. Now we're kicking the left leg back. Inhale, kick the left leg back. Exhale, slowly ground the left foot. Warrior one, rise up. And imagine you're moving through honey very slowly. Right hand comes on the right hip. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, fold. Left fingertips find the floor. Inhale, the right arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale here. And then inhale and exhale your whole transition into warrior two. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend your left knee. Skandasana. Inhale, open up the arms. Right arm reaches up, left arm reaches down. Exhale, sit down. Right hand comes behind your right leg. Inhale, press into the left foot. Open up the chest. Wild thing. Exhale, sit back down. Skandasana. Maybe help yourself up with your hands. Inhale, star pose. Turn your toes in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Turn towards the top of the mat. Bend the right knee. Left hand stays on the floor. Ground your left knee. Circle your right arm up and back. Hold on to the left foot. Exhale, release. Tuck the left toes. Half split. Straighten your right leg. Coming into a lunge, bend the right knee, and then three-legged dog. Send it back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Connect to your breath again if you've lost it. Maybe take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And on your next inhale, we're slowly walking the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. And then let's just lift the heels off the floor and lower. Again, lift the heels and lower. Lift the heels, and now on your exhale, bend your knees. See if you can bring your hips onto your heels, lifting the heels as high as possible. Maybe wrap your arms around your knees and hold. And from here, we're just going to release. See if you can slowly drop the knees down. So leaning back to counter the weight of the legs and drop the knees without them falling. On an inhale, lift your hips off the heels. And we're going to come into Camel's pose. Maybe the toes stay tucked. Hands on your lower back. Squeeze the glutes. Press the hips forward. Open up the chest. And you can hold here. Super active core, active glutes. Maybe you want to come down lower, one hand at a time, making sure you feel no compression in your lower back. Two more breaths. And if your hands are on your heels, one hand at a time, bring it back on the lower back. Lift your chest. And we're going to cross the shins, come down, and roll onto a seat. All right? Let's extend the legs forward. Remove the flesh from the sit bones. If you're feeling a little dizzy from a camel pose, you can just maybe lean back here and chill here for a moment with your eyes closed and never rushing into anything, especially if you're feeling a lot of sensations, always allowing those sensations to come up and then to go away. Never trying to stop them or push them away or attach, whatever. All right, we're gonna fold forward. So if you feel any tension in your lower back, do not come here. Let's just stay up here. If you're fine, then we can flex the toes, straighten the spine, and then slowly fold forward, keeping the back flat. We're not a plank of wood. There's going to be some curves, of course, but we just don't want to round excessively in the lower back, so that's why we always say try to glue your stomach to your thighs and then the chest and then the head instead of coming like that. Just something to watch out for. And something that you can also do here is keep your knees bent, have the thighs glued to the stomach, either hold onto your feet or grab a strap, and then with time, straighten the legs from here, right? So the stomach's always connected to the thighs. That's a nice option as well. And on your next inhale, slowly rise back up. Let's bring the hands beside the hips, bend your knees so they're hip width distance apart. On your inhale, let's come into reverse tabletop and just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hips down. Let's come all the way down to the back, slowly. And then you can bring your knees into your chest if that feels good. If not, you can just keep your feet on the mat for a moment in constructive rest. And let's imagine that we're hugging a tree log. So lifting your legs and arms up into the air, just keep them super relaxed. The hands are completely soft, feet as well. There's a generous bend in the elbows, especially the knees. And try to find a point where you're using as little effort as possible to stay in this position. And just hold. Close your eyes. Relax. And I know it's not the most relaxing pose. Just try to stay with your breath. Practice finding comfort within the uncomfortable situations. Nothing really bad is going to happen here. You're going to be fine. And just another 3 breaths. If it's really uncomfortable, you can roll out your wrists and your ankles, just distracting your mind a little bit. Because a lot of the times your body's fine, it's just your mind freaking out. So if you can give the mind something to do, it usually feels way better. And let's bring the knees into the chest, hug onto your knees, and then we're just going to take a gentle twist. Both knees to the right, left arm extends out to the left. And then coming back through center. And then both knees to the left, right arm reaches out to the right. On your next inhale, come back through center. Give yourself a big hug. Let's lift the forehead up to the knees. Deep breath in and then squeeze every single muscle in your body as tightly as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale. Let it go. Come into Shavasana. Extend your legs out, your arms out alongside your body. Take a deep, full breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And one more deep inhale. And release. And allow your body to soften completely. Relax all the muscles in your face. Relax your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks and jaw. Feel the weight of your head, the point of contact between your head and the mat. Feel the weight of your shoulder blades pressing down into the floor. Noticing the contact between the upper back and the mat, the space of your back that is lifted, the lower back, and noticing the glutes, the thighs, the length of your legs, the contact between your heels and the floor. Noticing your feet, all the sensations in the soles of the feet. And then noticing your arms, the length of the arms, the weight of the arms. And bringing your attention to your hands, the space in the body with the most touch neurons, where we feel the most. Noticing if you can feel any slight tingling or buzzing sensation in your hands. And then you can slowly start to notice more and more sensations all across your body. With each breath out, feeling as if you're sinking deeper and deeper within yourself. Feeling more and more relaxed.
I encourage you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you have the time for, a little bit longer than you feel comfortable with. And I hope that you enjoyed the practice today. I hope that you enjoyed it so much that you would consider subscribing to my channel. I just wanted to thank you again for being here. It really means so much to me. And I hope that you will come again. Thank you. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Namaste.